G'day folks, Tony again here for more of the jaunty saunterings of Gaunt Bort the Taunter. Now then, there's something that we forgot to do last time. I'm going to do it right now so that I don't forget it. We're going to trade with Menuntu and we're going to buy a copy of Corpus Colis, which is a book that contains within it the cure recipes for a number of the hideous diseases that you are able to contract in caves of Quud. So let's open yon book up now and we'll have a quick look at it. So there are a bunch of different things here. Iron Shank, Moon King Fever, Glot Rot. We'll get back to that in a moment. And then there's some fungal infections, Fickle Gill, Glow Crust, Mumble Mouth, Wax Flab, etc. Let's just have a quick look at Glot Rot. My understanding of how the recipes in this book work is that every time you play a different game, the proportions of ingredients for making cures are slightly different, so finding the book is essential to being able to mix the recipe correctly. So Glot Rot is something that you can contract in Golgotha, which is the location that we have been asked to visit by the Barathrumites. That's where we got to grab the broken way droid. And Glot Rot essentially infects your tongue, makes it rot and fall out. And because you don't have a tongue, you cannot speak, which means you can't speak to quest givers, you can't progress quests. And I believe it also affects all of trading so that all of your items sell for far less and cost far more. So clearly not ideal. But in order to grow a tongue back and have it not rot out, it's a sort of a multi-stage thing. The yuckweed and honey are preventative remedies that don't always work, but need to deliver an Uber Nostrum tonic, but also some flaming ick, which in this particular game is 1 part wine, 1 part sap, 3 parts honey. We need to drink it from a flaming mug or canteen before we deliver the tonic. Anyway, fun facts, and Golgotha and the potential of Glot Rot is, I believe, a little beyond our current level of 12. I might attempt it at around about level 17 if we're still alive. And hopefully we will be. And I think we're also going to go and have a chat with Warden Indrix, who is currently fleeing from us in terror because we are so mighty and powerful. No, he's just on patrol. So Warden Indrix, who you'll note is a goatfolk pariah. He says, "Make haste, traveller." Now, this top dialogue option of why are you called pariah is not something that I would advise, because you ask Warden Indrix the first time and he tells you to shove off. If you ask him a second time, he goes hostile to you and will kick the snot out of you. Have been one-shot by him before, which is not what we want. So we're going to completely ignore that and we're going to say, "I am in search of work." Warden Indrix, Goatfolk Pariah, says, "Rah, there is but one task I know to offer. It is most treacherous, and in all likelihood you will perish. Is your interest waned?" "No, continue." "There is a river just north of the village that runs an eastwardly course into the jungle. Along its bank lies a goatfolk village. There resides a mighty shaman, Mammon Soul Drinker. He is in possession of a talisman of great power, an amaranthine prism that refracts the psyche of its handler in much the same way as Menuntu has explained to me a common prism refracts light. The thing is cursed, traveller. No man or goat may safely wield it for long. You must travel to the village and retrieve the prism from Mammon by any means necessary. Do you understand?" "Hey, Warden Indrix, why don't you retrieve it yourself?" "Because, traveller, Mammon is my elder brother. He would discern my presence before I could strike." So Mammon being Warden Indrix's older brother. I assume his younger brother is Jimi Indrix, a lesser-known musician. There's a dad joke for you. "Hey, Warden Indrix, is there anything else I should know?" "There is. Firstly, Mammon will likely have several goatfolk under his enthrallment, and they will protect him at all costs. Secondly, take care to stay out of Mammon's reach, for his power is most potent when he may lay hands on you. Finally, once you recover the prism, do not under any circumstances wield it. I needn't warn you of the consequences should you return to me bearing that charm. That is all. Are you willing?" "I am willing. Accept quest." You have received a new quest, Raising Indrix. We're also going to have a chat with the warden and do the water ritual. And I guess rather predictably, good with the wardens, good with the villagers of Kirkukya, and bad with the goat folk, thus further cementing the goat folk pariah status. Cool. I have a secret to share with you, Warden Indrix. Would you like to know the location of a small star apple farm? And indeed he does. I was going to ask for some secrets, but if we can learn Intimidate, I'm going to go for that completely and absolutely. We have a new skill, everyone. That's wonderful. Down the bottom here. Good, good, good. And I believe the description will be here. Intimidate. Cooldown 50. You try to terrify adjacent hostile creatures. On success, a frightened creature flees from you for 4d4 rounds. Good to know. So another tool in our crazy toolkit of Gaunt Bort the Taunter. What else do we have to look at here? Ooh, we can probably feast on something here. Drink mulled mushroom cider. Delicious. We eat the meal, plus 4 quickness, plus 8 bleed resist, and 75% chance that itchy skin doesn't develop into a fungal infection. That's actually pretty groovy, considering all those fungal infections that we just saw in the book that we purchased. Now, let us zoom out just a fraction, and we're going to have a look and see what's around. There's not a lot of nearby thingery-doos that we can go to with ease. I think we've already inspected a lot of those blue locations. Golgotha, further up to the north here, is, as I said earlier, a little bit beyond us at this point. Let's just have a look at our quest log. So we could go to the 6-day stilt, but it's a fair hike and we probably want some more water. We've got the Golgotha quest. We have Visit Shersamore, which will be a random quest. And the Raising Indrix quest that we just got, I think, is probably going to be a little bit beyond us here at the moment at level 12 also. So we might actually have to go for a wander and try to find something else to do. Shersamore, I'm assuming, is that blue asterisk off to the northeast, kind of in between Bethesda Susa and Golgotha. Yes, Shersamore. Given that it's all the way there in the jungle, that might be a bit much for us too. All right. Wandering around in the jungles here, I'm not feeling entirely confident about. So let's go for a bit of a travel back up towards the Grit Gate-ish. Looks like we're about to get lost, and that's okay. We'll do the best we can. Because we did leave quite a bit of water and other things down in the Grit Gate, so I guess that's something that we can go and wrangle should we need to. There's a few more followers here. They shouldn't prove too difficult to get rid of. Interesting. Did you hit me? You did not. What is going on? Oh, they're fighting a pig. All right, that's fine, I guess. Not exactly helpful. Are those leeches going to be hostile? Yep. Indeed they are. That's okay. Should be straightforward. Still 30 experience points, which isn't great, but it's also not too shabby. All these leeches not being friendly. What's this over here? Boar corpse, sure. Alright. So I guess we're just going to keep walking until we get our bearings again. That honey skunk, clearly not happy with this follower. Let's roll a bit further. Actually, what we might do, I guess we'll just try it immediately. We're going to make a camp because we are hungry. Cook from a recipe. Can we do that? Sure, let's do that. You don't have enough serving. Oh, okay, whoops. Oh, they're in red. My bad. Never mind. Wait, we can preserve fresh foods. Might that solve the problem that we just had? Yes. Hey, we did it. Does that replace the effects that we had before? I'm assuming because we were hungry they might have expired, or is it stack? Lost, can't fast travel, metabolizing. Okay, so maybe those other ones expired already, or maybe they didn't. I don't rightly know, but given that we were traveling on the overworld map, that does seem quite conceivable. Naphtali Forager, where might you be? There we go. That Alt key proves quite useful when you're looking to find enemies that are understandably rather camouflaged. Can't remember if we have harvesting. We don't. Okay, that's fine. Let's use some more auto walking. Yay, we regained our bearings, folks. That's good to know. So back to classic. Wasn't I just here? Okay, that was fairly straightforward. Ooh, what have we got here? There's a something here that doesn't like us, and it is a madpole. This madpole is very tough and hostile, so we might be leaving it alone. The distended jaw of this large aureolan fish is lined with wicked blade-like teeth. You shudder to imagine what sort of terrible amphibious fiend the madpole might one day become. Now I'm going to anticipate. I'm going to assume that the madpole is going to stay in the water because it is, you know, a fish. It's definitely not a lake that we're going to go into in that case. But good to know that these things exist at all, because auto walking through the water might not be such a wise idea if there are madpoles quite literally everywhere in this part of the world. So back out to the overworld map where there are no madpoles at all. And we're up near the Grit Gate. And we're in some flower fields. That might be a worthwhile spot at least to zoom in and have a look at how pretty they are. But also maybe we can zip around and see if we're going to find anything interesting here. Perhaps something funky and cool that we can... Ooh, a hostile diplomacy droid. And some fresh water. That sounds nice. And I think there's a statue up there too. That thing's going to spill oil everywhere. Let's move it out of the water. Done. How much can we carry? We can get a fair bit of stuff here, I think. It's going to hoover it up as I walk over it, isn't it? It is indeed. How lovely. How lovely that it does that for you without you having to mess around with it. Neutral Equimaxes, that's good to know. Oh, you turned my fresh water into bloody fresh water. That wasn't very nice. Okay. Ooh, hello. What's going on here? Buyuba, renowned honey-loving bear. Average and hostile, but it is, you know, magenta. So clearly this is something that we have to try and solve. That beetle bum, is that going up to fight them? There might be some sacks of honey around here. Let's find... Okay, I think they're coming after me now. Let's try getting amongst it, shall we? That's one of them down. Then we might try a dominate creature. Why not? Just for laughs. Hey, everyone. We've taken control of the bear. Let's see if we can... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Let's see if we can fight the bear. Well, that didn't really work. We're going to have to pop our force bubble, because our bear got killed. And what else do we have here? Let's... Actually, no, we're not going to boost the toughness on that yet. I am going to drop some friendly plants around. They can try and help to take down all of these horrible enemies that are giving us all of this drama. So it looks like they're mauling everything quite nicely here. I wonder if we can take down this bark biter fairly quickly. It's not going as quick as I would like. Come on now. Badly wounded. We're so close. So that's another one down. We're going to move away a little bit because our force bubble is probably going to disappear very soon. But we do have a boost toughness and an intimidate still there, so that's good. I'm assuming both of these are hostile are. It's just a normal bear, and that's just an average Booyah renowned honey-loving bear. Very good, very good. All right, how hard are this? How hard is this thing going to hit us? Not terribly from what we're seeing so far. So we might just try picking away at this old-fashioned style. There we go. Our reputation with bears changes by negative 190. Burkunip's wife kinfolk, whoever they are, they're a bit keener on us, and Seekers of the Sightless Way, very much so. And I guess we'll go and have a crack at this bear as well. Come on. Let's do this. Yeah, we did it. Can we make ourselves a camp here? Because we are hungry. Good, good, good. Let's just whip up a meal. And we should be able to go around and pick up things here. Lots of things to pick up. Whoa! Look at all this stuff. What a gold mine. Yeah. Absolutely, I'll take all of these. I'll take all these things. How much are we going to be weighed down when we have all of this stuff? Why not Dreadroot Tuber as well? More honey. Oh, this is tremendous. I'm most pleased that we found this and have been able to successfully take down that honey-loving bear. What a lovely find. Good, good. And what about this? Kudzu stem, lovely. Now we need to, well, first of all, let's rest. We're going to investigate this shrine to Ithrimed IV, the commanding ghost. Now, I've sort of cursed over a lot of these in this Let's Play, but I don't think I've ever read a description of one, so let's do that now. The shrine depicts a significant event from the life of the ancient Sultan Ithrimed IV. In 479, Ithrimed IV won a decisive victory against the combined forces of Shersamore Castle at the bloody Battle of Strange Badland. As a result of the battle, Strange Badland was so rife with smashed rubble that it was renamed Commanding Flats. Perfect. So it's going to get added to the histories in our journal, which is nice to know. And let's keep exploring. Ooh, a giant amoeba. Where are they? All the way over that side. Let's go and say hello. Hey, giant amoeba. Let's be friends. Good. Let's keep exploring these lovely flower fields and see what we find. Oh, another bear. Hello. I didn't even look to see if there was anything nearby. Silly me. 75 XP. That's not... It's not great, but it's not trivial. Let's try a bit of a diagonal pattern here. See an irritable tortoise. I love irritable tortoises. What are we going to get for them? 62 XP, which is also not too shabby. The classic Quidian zigzag. That looks like a two-headed boar. It is a two-headed boar, but it seems to be easy. We're not looking for things that are easy. Although, if they're 75 experience, maybe we are looking for for things that are easy. Another bear. Alright. So we have a few things here that we can peck away at. What's this beetle bum lurking near? A ray cat corpse. Oh, that poor little ray cat. here's another by the looks of it. We're going to leave them be. Those trivial ray cats have done nothing to us. Horned chameleons, on the other hand, not a fan. Hopefully they're not going to start making us bleed. Doesn't look like it. So giant amoeba, not so good on the experience points gains. But these other things, it's not too bad. Where are we actually at on the world map? We're heading slowly towards some mountainy areas that might provide us with a little bit of a change of scenery, and presumably also maybe a change of enemy types. So this section of the game, you do fairly quickly run into a bit of... a wall's not quite the right word, but some of the quests that you can get quite early on, after you progress some of the start of game quests, are absolutely not things that you can or should attempt immediately. They're kind of giving you things to wrangle with. Oopsie daisy, I keep forgetting how hard those things hit. Yep, thank you. They're more sort of aspirational quests to work your way towards. So like in the case of... it's taking an awfully long time to hit anything here. In the case of the Golgotha quest, I believe the rewards that you get for that one vary depending on what level you successfully completed at, with being able to complete it at lower levels, giving you better rewards. And I think there are 3 tiers of rewards. I believe one of them is like before level 12. Hello, Chromeling. And then the other one, I think, is if you're higher than level 18. Another slug snout. Not a fan. It's getting close, so we can try shooting it with our rifle. Blam. Double blam. Good. So yeah, when we're having a crack at Golgotha, if we get that far, of course, we're hopefully going to... Oh, come on, please stop bleeding. Thank you. We're hopefully going to be able to do that and still get a reasonable reward. Here are the mountains that we're looking at before. Maybe we'll luck out. We might find a Snapjaw fort or something else. Glow Crow Corpse, that's not really important. Take this turtle out. Yay. How many XP do we have to go before the next level? 2270. There's a campfire here, but we don't really have any need to cook anything right now. What else might we find? Oof, hello, young ivory. Nice to see you out here in the open air, where I hope to not have to worry about such things. There's a 2-headed boar all the way over here. They might be dead by the time we get there. They are not. But they will be soon. Such is the way of Gaunt Bort. Let's throw a curveball here. We're going to head up. Ooh, some snapjaws and a treasure chest. Perfect. Let's get amongst it immediately. We've got ourselves a warrior here, so we'll take them down, hopefully. Or not. No, we did it. Well done, team. The Equimax is trying to take care of these things as well, by the looks of it. Some irritable tortoises. Looks like both of them having a crack at us here right now, but we should be able to take care of that quite easily. Good to go. All right. Where is that treasure chest? Here it is over here. Young ivories die first. What have we got? All right, so a pretty elementary haul there, but still going to take it. What if we go this way? What a twist. It's just a normal boar. No real need to bother ourselves with that. Looks like we have some asphalt around here. That boar's running off to fight some other things. So we'll leave them to it. What is this? Tar-encrusted bones. I don't think they were black and grey before. I think there might have been an art update. Don't want to get stuck in the tar. Back in the flower fields again. Nice. Whoops. I think we might make ourselves a camp. Whip up that meal. Going to recharge that rifle, which is something that I tend to forget to do quite a lot. Yeah, I think my gut's telling me that we should head north. Sure, snapjaws. That's not really a thing that we need to worry about at this point. Damn, I thought those glow crows were a boss, but they're just glow crows. Studded leather, iron mace, nothing really for us to worry about there. So clearly snapjaws at this point are really becoming quite trivial. I think what we may need to do here is we might need to just take the plunge and try heading up to Shershemore. I guess we could dig down into the rusted archway a little bit as well. Seeing as we did go a little ways down there. I wonder how far down the rusted archway we could go. Perhaps more likely to find something worth fighting, or something that will maul us and kill us. Whoa! Look out! That's why I shouldn't be holding down the arrow key. Let's pop a force bubble. Was one of those a magenta? It was! Hello, Grulgufumo, the stalwart snapjaw fire snarler. That was fortunate that we only got stunned there instead of completely destroyed. That was me thinking instead of playing. You won't find me thinking again in a hurry. Who should we hit? I think we might try and prune the normal enemies here first, because that should be pretty straightforward to do. In the meantime, all of our burgeonings are probably going to be helping us take care of bloody Grolugowomfo. I'm going to call him Big G. Come on, Big G. Let's do this. Yeah! Reputation with snapjaws changed by -200. Vines also not fond of us. Is there anyone left? Is that all of them? Did I make any of my plants mad? I did not. So that's good to know. We have some things here we can look at that might tell us some things. It'd be nice if some of them would give us somewhere to visit. Just do a quick scan through here and see if there's anything that we want to pick up. Yeah, that's fine. Bear jerky's good. Weird artifacts are also good. The rest of it, not so much. Let's have a look at that weird artifact. Acid gas grenade, good. Are we carrying a grenade right now? Yes, we are. All very well and good. So, the recording clock is telling me that that's probably more than enough for this part of the Let's Play. Thank you so much for watching. Thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you'd like to be notified when other episodes are released. And please tell a friend if you think they might enjoy it, or a nemesis if you think they might hate it. And come back again soon for more of the jaunty saunterings of Gaunt Bort the Taunter.